Hey guys, Rob here at Tactical Hyve. Today we're going to be talking about holsters and slings, different setups that I've seen and used over the years and I'm using currently. Start with our standard Glock 19 Gen 5, combat sights on it, and what that does is really helps you just acquire your target a lot faster. It prioritizes speed over accuracy. This is not your competition gun, this is your combat pistol. Typically, I use standard mags, whole variety of holsters for different pistols. This is just a in the waistband concealed carry holster. There are many like it. Moving on, SIG 226. I've got your standard rear sights and your Trijicon front sight. This is your Mark I Motto SIG 226 pistol. I did nothing but stipple the grip on this gun. I used this almost the entire time I was in the teams, and the SEAL teams kind of built their reputation with this pistol throughout a vast majority of the war on terror. On that, many of us got issues with this pistol used, the Blackhawk Serpa. Now, given that the 226 has that double action, first shot trigger pull, this pistol works very well in conjunction with this holster. It's not like a Glock. Navy SEALs don't shoot themselves. I'm not familiar with any guy in the teams who has shot himself while shooting a 226, pulling it from this holster. In the waistband option with this pistol, the 226, this is a T-Rex Arms in the waistband holster, appendix carry. I've used this in Iraq carrying a 226 full-size pistol and a 20-round mag, and was able to conceal it pretty well with just a little bit bigger button-up shirt. Sacrificing comfort for speed and concealability, as always, with an appendix carry. Moving on to rifles. I have a lot of guns. This is the one I'm shooting today. This is just kind of my range gun. It's got Magpul hardware on it, the buttstock, the pistol grip, and the bad lever. Sure you're familiar with the bad lever, but it allows you to keep the rifle shouldered and lock the bolt to the rear and then send the bolt forward, all while the rifle's in your shoulder. I run a ambidextrous safety. That way things are just easier when I switch hands. I'm using the T1 Aimpoint optic. I think it's a far superior optic than the EOTech as far as controllability. On the EOTech, you have really small buttons that you have to press in order to dial up or dial down that intensity. With the Aimpoint, it's just a big dial here. I think having one point of reference inside of your reticle makes things a lot less complicated when you start shooting and when you're under stress. As long as you know your hold, I think it's a great choice. This rail is from a former company here in San Diego called TDS Guns. They're no longer around, but this was a great lightweight, heavy-duty rail. I'm running the Arasaka finger stop here up front. I've found that I don't need a full vertical hand grip in order to control my rifle. I can just wrap my front finger around it, and when I present this gun, I can bring it back into my cheek weld and in my touch point here in my shoulder, and I have really good control over this rifle. It also helps when barricaded. On the sling, I really like a swivel mount for the rear attachment point on my sling as well here up front. A lot of times we'll mid-mission change from a 2-point setup to a single point setup, and I think that's really important for guys to have that capability. Patrolling to target, you could patrol to target with a 2-point setup, and then when you get inside the structure, if time permits, you can change it to a single point. It just makes it a lot easier to change shoulders and use both hands when you're working in a close quarters environment. Range mags. It's always good to label your range mags. There's a million thieves out there that will try and steal your gear, put your name on it, use yellow tape. Overseas, we might paint our mags. Here, this is a consumable item as far as I'm concerned. So it's most important to me to just have something that's durable, that works if it gets tossed on the ground, if it gets stepped on, and it's labeled so that my buddy doesn't accidentally steal my gear. That's all we have today as far as pistols and rifles, holsters and slings. Leave us a comment in the bottom, like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. See you next time.